First Alert Weather is brought to you by the Medical Center.
Well, an updated forecast that takes the numbers down even more instead of going up. So this is not good news, certainly for us here, as we're looking at the situation as it stands right now with some upper level energy trying to move through just a little piece of it. We can see it on First Alert live Doppler radar. And there you see just very light snow, mostly flurries, nothing like what we saw yesterday. But this should not cause any additional accumulation, but it's something that wasn't originally in anyone's forecast for that matter. But it is something that has developed within the last hour or so. And as you can see, it's making some headway south and east. So don't be surprised if you happen to see a few flurries flying around toward to the north of us right now. Later this afternoon, maybe even southeast of us. And the cloud cover has expanded further east and south as well. That's keeping a lid on temperatures here, 16 degrees. We've only come up a few degrees from where we were early this morning, but most of us started out in the single digits. That was not also was not part of that forecast, but things have changed for the colder and for the cloudier here for at least a little while longer. Well, let's show you some of the numbers now around the mesonet sites, and we're not seeing very much warmth at all thanks to the cloud cover and those northwest winds. 15s for Hardinsburg, Litchfield, E-Town, Glasgow, 16 for Franklin. We do start to see 18 Calhoun, 19 Madisonville, but then you throw in the wind, mainly out of the south and west, and then 10 to 15 miles per hour in some cases. Well, that produces single-digit wind chill factors, and so it feels like it's only 2 degrees in Litchfield. Feels like it's, well, now 7 in Greenville. You just saw the fresh update. Feels like it's 5 in Scottsville. So if you're going out for lunch or at midday, you need to dress warmly because this cloud cover looks to stay with us. Now, that's not to say we won't see some of this breaking up a little bit later this afternoon, but we're going to keep the clouds in here a little bit longer than we first thought. Plus, you'll also see maybe a passing snow flurry or two. 16 degrees now, but it feels like 7 with those south-southwesterly winds coming in at 6 miles per hour. The dew point relatively dry, but there may be enough moisture there with those snow flurries to produce a little bit of a dusting, especially northwest of us. Not expecting anything more than that. Munfordville, you're cloudy, 16 degrees. You had a low of 3 degrees this morning there in Hart County. With still a dusting of snow on the ground, Russellville is at 17. You started this morning with a low temperature of 4. Franklin, you're at 17. You had a low temperature of 8. Still a little bit of a light dusting of snow around the Simpson County Courthouse. And Litchfield, you're at 15 and cloudy. You started out with 4 degrees this morning, and you still have some light snow on the ground. 15 at the airport, 10 in Indianapolis, 9 in Columbus, 7 Pittsburgh. And then you finally start to see a little bit of moderation back to the south and west of us. In fact, some warming taking place back from St. Louis to Kansas City, but not much here. In fact, we're 8 degrees colder than we were at midday yesterday. Here's the current satellite run, and you can see the expansion of cloud cover here that was not anticipated today. We thought maybe a mix of clouds and sunshine, but upper level energy coming back around now is keeping the clouds here. And with that, maybe squeezing out just a little bit of snow flurry activity, which is evident here on the radar scans as we roll through the last 12 hours. All of this ahead of the next little clipper system that is going to breeze by the area this evening. It is going to reinforce the cold air. In fact, tomorrow night will be even colder than what we have felt today and what we felt this morning. Plus, add in the other component that we didn't have this morning, winds. They will be brutal. Wind chill factors down below 0 in a lot of cases as we get up tomorrow morning, so be ready for that. Cloudy and cold the rest of today. Occasional flurries possible. Now only near 20, down to 6 for an overnight low tonight under a partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, we've revised the high only to 16 with a few flurries passing by, and then down to 2 tomorrow night. Into Friday morning, recovering a little bit on Friday, even better for Saturday and Sunday into the 40s, but then we cool back down for Monday and Tuesday. We're back with more Midday Live in just a minute.